Morning. Was it good afternoon now? Hi.
Hello,
Yeah, good afternoon.
good
How are you
afternoon.
doing?
How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Good.
Okay.
So we're
I
here
tried
today.
chatting with you. Yeah, I tried chatting with you earlier on WhatsApp.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to check it. I was
No
trying
trouble.
to put things together.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. How's everyone? How's the family?
very well. And you?
Thank God. Good. We're doing great.
You're good.
Thank you. Yes.
Great.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. We're set.
Yeah, we are.
I think we have some people in already. I hope we have a large turnout. I tried inviting people.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, it should be nice. It will be well. Once you are ready, I'm set.
Okay.
I hope my light is okay.
Yeah, very okay. How is mine?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay, the TV is showing behind me. Let me see. A moment. I want to put off that TV. I was expecting the StreamYard will take my background. I don't know why it's not taking it. USB, mirror my camera, visual effects. Let's see. Got it. Okay. Another time. Let me put it up. When are we kicking off?
Yeah, we're doing that very soon. We're live now on StreamYard. So let's see. I think we are good to go.
Yeah, right.
I think we are good to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're joining this event from all over the world. You're all welcome. So, as you're joining us online, I'd like you to please hit the chat button. Let's know your name. Let's know the location you're joining us from. And let's know the time zone at your location. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So, I am your host for this event today. My name is Nkechi Ogunjiofo. I am a pharmacist. I always say I'm a pharmacist by first passion. I am a health enthusiast, wellness and health enthusiast, an advocate of mental health, all about being able to choose the best of health and being the best of health. And that is all we are here for today. The Wellness Wave is a bi-monthly event that we try to put up across so that we can all plug in together, share ideas on how we can be at the best of health possible. And it's simply by things we all know how to do: lifestyle modification, eating well, taking proper rest, and all that. So I'm happy we are all here today. Today I'm the host in this event. I am with a very reliable expert, Toyin. Madam Toyin is with me today on this event. I will call her up very soon, but it's nice to have you on this program today. Madam Toyin Adedipe she is a very passionate mental wellness coach and lifestyle advocate as well. So our theme today is on this wellness program centers around wellness beyond the surface, building a lifestyle that supports mental health. On this part, I'll kick off the event by taking the first aspect, which is recognizing and managing everyday stressors that shape mental health. So we are all aware that mental health is a significant aspect of our health, of our wellness. So it's something we want to also give attention to. Most times it's swept under the carpet because things haven't gone wrong. But as a preventive healthcare expert, I believe in addressing issues before they get wrong. So I will start this event with this opening quote, which says, "It's not the weight we carry, but how we carry it that breaks us." Yes, if we look at our health is a weight that all of us have to carry individually. And the way we go about carrying it is what makes the difference. If we're not doing it the right way, events like this are shaped to get us on the right track. And before we go further, I would like to say that this event is not the only avenue we have. On my LinkedIn app, on my LinkedIn profile, I have everyday tips on how we can maintain good health. So if you have not yet logged into my LinkedIn community, I'm encouraging you to do that right away. So why is this topic very relevant? The reason why this topic is very important is that mental health challenges are not always triggered by big events. No, they are just triggered by small daily stressors, things that we chance on every day of our life. And most times they are very small, insignificant things. So when this stress goes unrecognized or unnoticed over time, it becomes toxic, and then it starts affecting our productivity, our relationships, even our well-being. We don't want to have that happen, and that is why we are building awareness. The first stage starts with being aware of what you're up against. So when we build awareness, we then go on to taking proactive strategies that will help us to develop resilience to fight these stressors. So we would like to look at these daily stressors that might be weighing us down every day that we need to be aware of. So some of these stressors, example of these stressors could be things like a heavy traffic. You're going to work in the morning, you have meetings lined up, you have emails to attend to, but you're stuck on the traffic. You might feel that this is normal, but then just try to zoom in on yourself by the time you get to your office. You sit down and start that meeting. you will find out that you're already agitated. And the reason is simple. The traffic jam you experience while coming on your way to work is a very great stressor, and it has already put you on urge. And if care is not taken, you might not manage your meetings very well. Other examples are very increasing information overload and digital distractions. It is simple as we have it. We are living in a digital age. We can't do much without these items. But then we need to manage it. We need to learn to keep them in the rightful place. Financial worries are also some stressors. And when we're talking about financial worries, just try to imagine a very careful person that have built a very good budget to work on. And suddenly, boom, an unexpected event comes up and an unexpected expense that needs you to spend some money comes up. This will throw your budget overboard and it can create a great stressor in your life. So that is another example. We have family responsibilities, and for some of us, busy men and women in the offices, we have to juggle it all. We have to create that work life balance. And this doesn't come easy. So, these and a lot more are the daily stressors that we combat with. So, how does these daily stressors shape our mental health? First is that we need to recognize that when these stressors are unrecognized, it creates constant tension. This tension adds to our anxiety, and at the end of the day, we are burnt out, we are irritable, and we'll be wondering what is the hell wrong with us. It also affects our physiological aspects of our lives, like it's unceasing fatigue, headaches, sleep disruption. Many of us we lie down at night to have our end sleep, but the sleep is not coming. This is all the built up of all the small stressors that we've passed through during the day. Then on our emotional health, we feel overwhelmed at times. And if we don't know it, before we know it, we might start indulging in negative talk. And this affects relationships, people around us. We even start getting disconnected with people around us. Then on our behavior, we start procrastinating, we have reduced focus, and at times we find ourselves being withdrawn. So we need to pay attention to these stressors. We need to recognize them so that when they show up in our lives, we need to start to learn how to manage them. So what can we do? How can these stressors shape mental health? There are some tips I'm going to share right now. I hope you're seeing the slides. If you're seeing the slides, let me know in the comment section, please. These are very important tips I'm about to share right now. Okay, I think we are okay. So one of the first tips is to keep a stress journal. What do we mean by this? By the time you settle in your quiet, you can take a flashback of what made you to feel stressed up. Try to take notice of what stressed you. Note them down, write them down. Also write the emotions that those stressors evoked and how you responded. This is keeping a stress journal. Then next, we need to tune in into our body signals. What are the effects we are experiencing? Is it headaches? Is it muscle tension, fatigue? We should also take note of this because we need to try to match our stressors to what we are feeling, the effects they show up in our lives every day. Then let's go on to ask ourselves, is this draining me right now or is it fueling me? The stressors, the experiences we're passing through, what is the effect? Is it draining us or is it fueling us? Then we need to differentiate between temporary pressure and permanent stress that we pass through in our lives. When we are doing this, we are trying to zoom in on ourselves, noticing the stressors and taking note of what effect they are showing in our daily lives. Can I have the next slide? Yes, we are learning how to manage our everyday stressors. So I came up with this acronym ACT. The first one is awareness. Try to identify triggers early. Is it that traffic jam? Is it that unexpected assignments from your on your work desk every day? Or is it just a very corrosive and negative work environment? Let's be aware of what triggers our stressors every day. Then, when we are aware of it, what controls can we put in place? Yes, what can we focus on in order to bring in the control? What can we do? Some effects we don't have control, or some stresses in our life, we don't have any control over them, but we have control over how we feel, how we allow these stressors to show up in our lives, how we try to accommodate them and manage them. So the next part is the T. What is the T in the acronym? The T stands for tools. We have to use practical coping tools. In my recent ebook, if you have not seen it, I'll encourage you to check it up. The link is displayed on my social media handles, especially on my LinkedIn. It is titled The Effects of Mental Health, a pharmacist the pharmacist aspect of handling mental health. So you might try to look it up on my social media handles. The link is there. It's available on the app, on the Seller app is available. So in that book, I handle details on how we can learn to manage these everyday stressors that can help us to cope and show up better. Then I also shared a lot of practical strategies. The first one I have on this slide is micro breaks during work. Some executives find themselves spending hours on end at work, 8 hours, 6 hours. What you can do that can make a difference is to stand up every 30 minutes or 1 hour. For just 5 minutes, walk around that your office space. You might walk outside, take some fresh air, then come back, settle into your work. When we do this, we notice that we are kind of revived. We feel lifted and we are able to cope more. Mindfulness pauses are also very important. One of these important mindfulness pauses is deep breathing. Deep breathing is very, very good. It helps us to narrow down and slow down. At times, it might be to take some, there's this deep breathing exercise that I recommend, the 4-8-8-7 breathing exercise, whereby you might need to draw in some breath, hold it for some seconds, then slowly exhale. It helps you to reset and face your challenges and cope better. Then movement is also very, very good. You can just be stretches, walking, exercises. You can get up from your table. Even while you're sitting on your table, you can just stretch out and allow your body to take in more space. Another practical strategy that works well is digital boundaries. Yes, we have to set boundaries. These boundaries help us to know when we should be online and when we should reduce screen time. Even some of these notifications come up every time. So we can set boundaries on when we can receive all our messages or when we can tune off the notifications to allow us to focus, especially when we are in the home, working from home. We should set boundaries when we should go offline so that we can pay attention to other aspects of our lives. Healthy lifestyles are also very important. We have some sleep hygiene practices. These sleep hygiene practices are just learning how to put our environment in the right frame, learn some habits that can support us so that when we are about to sleep, the sleep will come natural. We can be able to sleep very healthy and in a very productive way. We won't be having all these imbalances in sleep and all that. We have to learn how to put them in place. Then hydration is very important. Most times I feel very happy when I see people going to work, they have their water bottles with them. These water bottles will make sure that you get sufficient water. You have to take water because in a whole day, at least an adult should take about 5 liters of water maximum to get well hydrated. And it becomes challenging when we are in very cold weathers, maybe in the winters, and we're not sweating, we're not feeling that the water that is we are losing it from our body, we're not feeling it. But having this hydration as a healthy lifestyle habit will help us. Balanced meals are also very important. Then we need to set up support systems. Yeah, we have to make sure we have positive support systems. They can be mentors, they can be family, they can be colleagues, friends that we can always share our challenges with. Spend some quality time, discuss positive things. So all these practical strategies will help us to mitigate the effect of stressors in our life. Then we need to learn one more thing, how to build stress resilience. Since these stressors are a constant in our lives, we might not have control over them. How can we be resilient and live mindfully in the presence of these stressors? First of all, we have to reframe our challenges. Yes, our challenges are there, but then instead of just seeing them as challenges that can slow us down, let us see them as growth opportunities. Because when we throw a stone on our path, somebody might see that stone as a stumbling block. But here, right here, another person might see that stone as a stepping stone. So let us reframe our challenges, work around it, and see opportunities for growth in them. Then let us practice gratitude daily. Some days might not come up very good. We might not meet our targets, we might not meet our deadlines, but then we've done some things, we've achieved some positive things. So let us be grateful for those little things that we have achieved every day. It helps us build mental resilience. It adds to our mental health. We also need to cultivate supportive relationships. Yes, this is very important. Even in our workplaces, it might be this mentor that might be all out to support us. Even when those deadlines are hitting hard and we're not even seeing a way around the corner to face them, supportive relationships can help us to forge on. We need to also be compassionate with ourselves. Yeah, we need to take it easy with ourselves because most times we have tough expectations. This might be good, this might propel us to do better, but then we need to be compassionate, set boundaries, follow those boundaries, make our time for rest, and feel good. Then, regular self care. Yes, we need to schedule time to check in on ourselves. Mindfulness practices are very important because they help us to see where we are with ourselves. These are very revealing because we know that we are the ones carrying the load. When we set our time to zero in into ourselves, it will help us to navigate all these tough stressors and see how far we have gone and what else we need to do. So, I'm gradually coming up to the end of my presentation today. But before I take my leave, I cannot forget to share this takeaway tip with us. Stressors are part of life. Please don't feel very bitter when they come your way. No, everybody that is alive faces them to varying degrees, agreed. So you cannot eliminate them, but you can recognize them early and manage them wisely. So it's all about the daily choices we make. Yes, the daily choices we make the difference on how we thrive in the face of all these stressors. So you might want to look up my book on my app. It is titled Transforming Lives: A Pharmacist's Guide on Mental Health and Wellness. By the time you go to chapters 3 and chapters 4, I navigated all these stressors and how we can be able to manage them, then the practical strategies that we can put in place for us to cope better. Thank you so much. So, I know you might have some questions, but it's all right. Let's take the second part of this presentation. And at the end of the presentation, I will take all the questions. And Madam Toyin Tope Adedipe is all posed, ready to take us up. She has prepared some gems on how we can cope with a burnout, build balance with them, from burnout to balance, mental approaches that every professional should take note of. So, Madam Toyin, take up the stage, please. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Can I have the slides? Can you put up the slides, please?
Yeah, in a minute, please.
So I'll start by saying, raise your hands if you've ever woken up on a Monday morning thinking, I wish coffee could solve my life. Yeah, me too. That's exactly why we are here today and what we are here to fix. That is moving from running on empty to actually feeling balanced and human again. Just think of it, Monday morning, your alarm blares, your body protests, especially if you live in Lagos and maybe you live on the mainland and work on the island. Sometimes even you live on the island, work on the island, you still need to wake up very early. And the noise, the sound of the alarm is not always welcome during the week, and especially on a Monday, since you've had Saturday and Sunday to yourself. So your body protests. Then with your coffee in your hand or your tea or your water, as the case may be, is still not enough. The weekend was meant to recharge you, but you're not really feeling recharged. You're just feeling you're still feeling so, you just want to keep on relaxing, but Monday has knocked on your door and you have to get up because you have emails waiting. Most of us have meetings on Monday mornings, so you need to get up and your energy is just hovering somewhere between barely functioning and ghost mode. All you want is just to be, for nobody, people not to disturb you. I've been there because I was in the corporate industry for over 20 years. And here I am now using what I learned all those periods to help other people. And so, as mentioned before, my name is Toyin Tope Adedipe. Because let's face it, if coffee were enough to fix your Monday, we would all be walking around now like superheroes. So here we are with my popular tag. I say, let's share coffee. This is a warm welcome for you to listen attentively as I take you through how we can overcome burnout, what the mental wellness approaches every professional needs. So now that we have had a good laugh, a good chuckle, and maybe a little nod of yep, 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 that's me. Let's take a moment to check in with ourselves. Checking in with ourselves is just a very important step that we should take daily because our mental wellness matters. Our mental wellness stability matters. So this is a little check-in in our step to understanding where we are before and before we start learning how to move from exhaustion to balance. Because being burnt out is not about, oh, I'm overwhelmed, oh, I am very tired, and sleep will get me out of it. We need to understand burnout. So what does burnout look like in your life? I would like us to start with a quick truth. Burnout does not always look dramatic. That's where a lot of us get it wrong. It's not like you just crash. It's a build-up. It's a build-up. It doesn't scream. Burnout does not scream. It's subtle. It's been knocking. And you can say it sneaks in through foggy brain mornings. You know, sometimes you wake up after sleeping for 10 hours, yet you feel foggy in the morning. You have constant fatigue, irritability over the tiniest of things. You feel disconnected from your work. Even sometimes you feel disconnected from yourself, not to talk of feeling disconnected from family or friends. You know, because you have been overworking without realizing it. I guess this sounds familiar to a lot of us if you are listening. And the truth one I would like to say is burnout is not just about working too much. No, it's about working without recovery. Yes, we need to work. Yes, we have deadlines. But as we work, are we considering ourselves? Are we checking in with ourselves? Are we recovering from that tiredness? Are we recovering from that overwork? Are we recovering from pushing ourselves non-stop and never giving our body and mind a chance to recharge? That is truth one. Truth two, burnout often comes from working out of alignment. When you walk out of alignment, you will face burnout. You do your tasks, your projects, or even jobs that do not connect with your values. So you're constantly looking at it and saying, oh, what am I doing here? Where do I find myself? You're working out of purpose, and this drains you mentally. Truth three, burnout thrives where boundaries don't exist. You say yes to everything. You say yes to everything and everyone in sight. You want to be the good boy, you want to be the good girl. You want people to think you are very productive. But all this saps your energy. So today we are going to unpack what burnout really looks like in your life. Sometimes you sit on your desks in your office or at home. For those of us that work from home, the remote workers, the freelancers of this world, a lot of freelancers face burnout because they don't know when to stop. You wake up still in your PJs. Some sit on their beds all through the day or on the couch or anywhere. Maybe they have an office at home and they never get out of the space they have created for themselves. So sometimes you just sit and you don't know that burnout is knocking. Just look at it. We say you are staring at your laptop as if it's some kind of puzzle that will solve itself. Your brain is foggy. Your coffee is not working. Your tea is not working because coffee and tea, we say, helps us, brightens us up, give you some kind of lift in the morning or maybe midday when you take another cup, if you take more than one cup in a day. And you're snapping at your emails as if your email is a human being or that it has personally insulted you. Little things just gives you, irritates you. So it's not just about working too much. No, is working without real recovery, without boundaries, and doing things that didn't even align with your values or your purpose. So let's continue to unravel or to unpack what burnout really looks like. No one should survive the work week. We should thrive in it. It's not about surviving, it's thriving. So let us shift from exhaustion to energy. The 5-5-5 reset, the micro reset moments, the 5-5-5 resets. 5 deep breaths. A lot of people don't know how super just doing deep breathing can help calm you down, can take you from chaos to balance. It doesn't take out. Somebody asked me a question after reading my post, I think my post yesterday, that are you certain that the 5-5-5 the 5 minutes breathing exercise, the 5 deep breaths can do much? Before I even responded, somebody had responded that she tried it just now and is like, her life is never going to be the same again because she will continually do the 5 deep breaths. So if you just inhale, as Madam Nkechi mentioned earlier, that do deep breaths, embrace deep breathing. Inhale from your nostrils, inhale with your nostrils, and then exhale from your mouth. Inhale slowly, not fast. Don't be in a hurry. It doesn't take 1-2 minutes. You are done, and you will see that you regain balance. Even as we are talking now, as we are here, as you are watching us, practice it, and you will see it's of great help. Then take 5 minutes away from your desk. Sometimes I tell people you don't need to walk out of your office, or maybe you are in a general office or an individual office. You can just stand by your desk, look away from your laptop, look away from your PC. Just maybe turn away, look through the window if you have a window. If you don't have a window, just stand and do some stretches, 5 intentional stretches, loosen your shoulders. If you are seeing me, you see what I'm doing? Just loosen your shoulders. It helps, it relaxes you. Turn your neck right, left, slowly, and you get the effect immediately. You see the stiffness melts away. You're only taking a few minutes, but it can completely shift your energy. If you are intentional about it, it can shift your energy. It's a good way to recalibrate yourself during the day. Then work with your natural flow. Work with your natural flow. Building balance that lasts. We have 3 anchors for balance. Rest as non-negotiable. We live in a culture that says that, I mean, the hustle culture. If you are not busy, you are not working. If people see you always at home, they believe, oh, that woman, she just sits around the house. She's not doing anything. Exhaustion, burnout is not a badge of honor. You know yourself. Bragging about this culture, about busyness, is detrimental to your health, is detrimental to your mental health. Rest is not optional, it is essential. Schedule it like any other important meeting, because some of us, all our meetings are our lives. You know, you so much believe in your meetings, you neglect yourself. You neglect taking care of yourself. So schedule your rest like you schedule your meetings. A short walk, a nap. A nap can be very effective. I personally love taking naps midday. Sometimes I'm taking a nap in my office. Nobody will realize that I'm taking a nap. I don't need to put my head on the table before I take a nap. Your nap can 5 minutes. You are back. You are back strong and well. And then we have connection over isolation. Encourage meaningful conversations, not gossip, but things that you will discuss, conversations you will have with colleagues, with friends, with family, that will make a meaning to you. Not just talking, but meaningful conversations that add value to you. And purpose alignment. When everything feels urgent, nothing truly matters. Balance comes when you identify what truly matters. It's not everything that is urgent. Nobody can live his or her life like that. It's not everything that is urgent. Know the things that truly matter. Let go of the rest, or delegate. Or delegate. Sometimes we feel, oh, this person cannot do it. I'm the only one that can do it. We're just fooling ourselves. Because those subordinates, too, they are there because they want to grow. So why don't you delegate instead of packing everything? I'm the boss. I can do it. I'm the boss. You're only killing yourself. And burnout is such a dark space to be. It's not a place you want to go, because sometimes recovering from burnout can take months. It can take years if care is not taken. And that's why your mindset is very important. Balance is not a myth. It is a set of intentional anchors: rest, connection, and purpose. When these three are in place, burnout loses its grip. Burnout will lose its grip when these three, rest, connection, and purpose, are in place. So, and your energy, your focus, and your joy become the default. You have to be intentional about your health. Actionable strategies, rituals, not resolutions. Sorry, what rituals is just an English word. Please, as we are in African setting, I know, we don't let our mind travel too far. Rituals stick, resolutions fade fast. So replace draining morning. You know, when you keep scrolling and scrolling through, some people say doom scrolling. Replace it with grounding ritual. Learn what works for you. Don't say this is what so and this celebrity said, that I wake up in the morning and I go through my social media handles. You don't have to do the same. We have 24 hours in a day. You can schedule your time the way that it works for you. That will not start your day with anxiety. Don't live your life on the always on 24/7 kind of life. You can jot down some things you want to do, the things you are grateful for. Do a few stretches, as we said before. Have mindful coffee moments. I always ensure at least 15 minutes of my day, in the morning especially, I take 15 minutes coffee, a mindful coffee break. That 15 minutes is entirely for me, myself, and I, to sit with my coffee and no disturbance, no screen, no notifications. I just want to stay alone in a corner, dark or with light, whatever. I sit for 15 mindful coffee minutes and I get myself centered for the day. Build your mental health toolkit. So I don't know if you want to ask me what your mental health what a mental health toolkit is all about. Just 3 small daily habits. so that you keep building. Is it a 10 minutes walk, journaling, a brief prayer, or listening to music that lifts you? Those are examples. Each habit is a thread in a safety net because it catches you, it stabilizes you, it grounds you when stress show up. Prayer is very important. You start your day not by lifting your phone, but by praying. Although I tell, when I hear not by lifting your phone, sometimes I say, sorry, my Bible is on my phone. So I have to lift my phone to access my Bible. So do what works for you. You pray with your Bible, electronic Bible or paper Bible as it works for you. But ensure that when you lift your phone in the morning, you are lifting it because you want to pray, because you want to study the word of God. It's a habit that helps. It's a habit that stabilizes you. Pray. Go for 10 minutes walk. Some people do 1 hour, some people do 2 hours. My older sister does 2 hours walk every morning. I envy her a lot. I did that some years back as well, but these days I've kind of slowed down on getting out to do the 2 hours walk. These days I just try to ensure I walk, I make sure I move, not staying seated for too long. And then have a friend that you can talk to, somebody that can encourage you, not somebody that will fool you, somebody that is tried and tested, somebody that is tried and tested. Mental wellness is built on small intentional moments, rituals, personalized toolkits, and accountability friends. They form a lifestyle that sustains your energy. What is our takeaway? Burnout is not inevitable. It's not. If we practice what we have learned here today, we know that burnout can be, I mean, you can escape burnout if you are intentional. And balance is built, is not stumbled upon. Consistency in your habits, good habits. Wellness thrives in small, consistent choices. I would love for you to write one commitment for yourself, beginning with this week. I will protect my energy by, then you fill in the blank. What will you do to protect your energy, to ensure that you do not fall into that dark space? Balance is less about perfection. It's more about presence and choices that fill us instead of drain us. So I'll leave you with, be intentional. Let's share coffee. My book is available on Seller, and you can get the link to my book on my LinkedIn profile, on my Instagram handle, and on Facebook. You can get my link. It's been nice talking with you all. I hope you've gained a lot, and if you have questions, myself and my Nkechi are here for you. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Madam Toyin Adedipe. I always call you fondly Madam Bona because you have the tools to handle it and it comes so natural with you. Thank you so much. We really got so much value from your insights. Yes, with rest, connection, and purpose, we are going to have a tight grip on burnout. I hope you heard her when she mentioned those three. So thank you everybody in audience today. This is question time. So I'm watching out for your questions on the chat box. But I hope you have all appreciate one thing, that the tools to handling all these stressors and overcoming burnout are all within our reach. It starts with the acronym I gave you. First, be aware of stressors, then control what you can and overlook what you cannot, and then work with the tools that we have on hand. These tools are simple everyday things we all know about. The magic lies on our practicing them, reading out, having these breathing exercises, daily stretches, making out time, especially in the morning, to check in on yourself. All these are gems. They are all tools that work so well. Thank you so much for being with us in this event today. So, do we have any questions? And right here on the chat box, I'm watching out for the questions, either for myself or for Madam Toyin Tope Adedite. And I also want to say that we are very much available on LinkedIn. Every day, 5 days of the week, we share tips that revolves around wellness, either mental health or general well-being. You can do yourself some good favor by following us on our LinkedIn pages to access these daily reminders. Yes, that's what I actually call them. They are daily reminders because we can't remember all these things all the time, but maybe from the comfort of your home or your office, you check in on our pages and it drops a link, drops a post, drops for the morning. You read it and you are once again reminded of things that you should be doing every day to help improve your wellness, mental, general wellness. So, we'd like to hear from you. Thank you so much, Joel Egwabo, Love Oyeledu. Thanks so much for being on this program. Godwin Okafor, we appreciate your comments. Okay. Is there any question? Am I missing any question out? I can't see any question yet. Does it mean we don't have any question? We are gradually rounding up. Okay, yeah. Joel Egwabo is saying that he feels calm when he practices the micro rests. So I'm really very happy to hear that it's working for you. Yes, micro rest is a tool that we all should leverage on. We mustn't be work for all the hours we spend in the office. 5 minutes, 10 minutes for reset. And we come back to the work feeling better, feeling lifted up, feeling energized. The energy is in us. We need to tap into some of these tools so that we can always be aglow, even when we are working for long hours. Yes, thank you for sharing that feedback, Mr. Joel. I can't see any questions right now, but let's say we come up with any question, maybe later in the day, tomorrow, any other day, slide into our inboxes. You can chat us up online. We are always available. I'm sure, Madam Toyin, you are available to take any question from anybody in this audience.
Yes, I am.
Oh, thank you so much. So, since we are not having any question, we're gradually rounding up. Thank you once again for making our time to join us on this live event today. And please keep in touch. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.